Welcome back to Assassin's Creed Revelations here. We're gonna start right about where we left off, go into our next main quest in this assassin headquarters here.
Den Leader. One of your assassins has gained enough experience to lead one of your assassin dens. Den leaders can progress to the rank of Master Assassin after performing unique missions with you. Once assigned as a den leader, that assassin will be linked permanently to that den, so choose wisely. Alright, well, we only have one to choose from. The other is at level 5, so I guess we'll have to make this one the assassin that controls that den. Afterwards, perhaps we will get some more assassins and continue on getting some more assassin den leaders. The Sentinel, Part 1. This apprentice is concerned about some suspicious activity in this district. Hear what he has to say. Use your assassin signal at least one time.
Mentor, we have a problem. A great many assassins have disappeared in recent months, and I believe I know why.
Disappeared? Do you mean they have been killed?
I fear so, but there is no time to explain. Hide in the park west of here, and wait for me to arrive. You shall see for yourself.
Sharpen your senses. There is a danger here I do not fully understand. You keep watch, and I will have a look around.
Either that assassin is sleeping on the job, or they were killed, but I don't think I've ever seen a Templar kill someone that way, placing them on a bench. We are familiar with it, however. Ezio did it a lot. That is an assassin kill. And there we go. Vali sel Tradat. A Wallachian noble by birth, Vali sel Tradat joined the assassins in his early 20s. He remained faithful to the order for almost a decade, until the day the assassins brokered a truce with the Ottoman Sultan Bayezid II. For the Sentinel, this was tantamount to treason. The Ottomans had shamed his people, conquering his lands, and murdered his secret idol, Vlad Tepes. Latching on to his delusionment, the Templars recruited Vali into their ranks, where he quickly became one of their most feared killers. Okay, so an assassin turned Templar still uses their moves. I'm sure that's a very, very bad thing for us. A very good thing for them.
I want no part of this.
Follow that man! Only a guilty man runs with such speed! And
This guy is trouble. I assumed that our apprentice was inside of the haystack. Now we must deal with these guards before continuing on.
Are you injured?
My pride is wounded, and now my heart is heavy. That man, his name is Vari. He was an assassin once.
He has obvious skill and a score to settle.
Evet, until that man is caught or killed, I fear none of us will be safe in this city.
And until you are properly trained, I will not let you go head-to-head with a killer as deadly as this man. Let us focus on further honing your skills first.
Alright, I guess it's going to take us through this little tutorial for the pigeon coops. I think that's what those are. Mediterranean Defense. The Mediterranean Defense feature allows you to send assassins to perform missions in cities throughout the Mediterranean region. You can undermine the Templars by freeing these cities from their influence. When a city has been reclaimed, the assassins will establish a permanent presence there. This will unlock options to help develop it and make it prosper. Templar agents, however, will attempt to retake their lost cities and may even launch a massive attack if you are not careful to maintain your influence over the city. So, and it looks like all of these cities are under Templar control. No assassin presence at all. Got little prints here. Sultan Bayezid III. It gives us a little blurb of what's happening. Okay, Bursa. New contract. So there's several places we can go to. And his success is 100. Are you, yep, we are sure, since he will be, you know, at 100% for completing that quest. Alright, and onward. After a little while, we come across a bookstore that's closed. We can renovate it. And just like in the last game, the shop is renovated and it generates us income.
Note that if you require setting, binding, or copying, I have the most competitive rates in...
We can use a little bit of time and some money to go around and renovate some more shops. In this one, it's a tailor's.
The best at your fingertips. Go on, treat yourself to comfort and quality.
A little bit after the tailor's, we end up running into a man on the ground. We can stop and talk to him.
Please! Please help! Find the man who did this to me.
I should get you to a Hakim.
No! There is no time! The man who did this... he is looking for my wife and my daughter. If he finds them, God knows what he will do. If you value justice, Arkadeshim, please, do not let that monster harm my family.
The Avenger. This man has suffered terribly at the hands of a wicked man, and now his family is in great danger. prevent further tragedy by finding the man who did this.
I will handle these.
We enter the targeted area, but the assailant is nowhere in sight, so we have to use eagle vision to find him. And there he is. Seems he has these people in a pen. Let's put an end to this.
Keep my head on the hand. If you spare me, I will sacrifice 2 goats in time.
People escape, but the guards are caught with their pants down, and we must deal with them. Deal with them quickly we do. Now let's get back and talk to the man.
It is done. How are you feeling?
My wounds will heal, and my heart is lifted knowing that my family is safe. How can I repay you?
Join us when you are feeling well, brother. We could use men with a sense of honor.
Evet, I will. Most certainly.
Okay, so it does seem like every assassin recruit we make comes with a quest so far. We can continue on with a few more renovations around the city before moving on. After renovating this one, the blacksmith database pops up. It's a little bit different. Blacksmiths. Every Renaissance community needed a blacksmith. Swords, locks, pans, knives, nails, and armor were all made from metal and all needed to be shaped. In addition, architectural ironwork flourished during the Renaissance as blacksmiths began to apply their practical craft toward making art.
If you seek fair prices for quality work, you have come to the right man.
The next one is familiar. It is a faction building, and we can put Romani's, thieves, or mercenaries in this building. We renovate it for 1200 and place the thieves in it.
We decide to help out another citizen. However, this one's in trouble, just in a fight. So it looks like it's either a quest or just helping out the citizens of Constantinople.
Fight for an honorable cause, Arkadashim. Not just your life.
If I can help others as you have helped me, I most certainly will.
Not despair in the face of these violence. And your voice and your strength to the tide of opposition.
I will, for I have longed to serve a cause larger than myself.
After we go about helping some more citizens, we can run upon this gentleman, a black market dealer. Black market dealer, pushy but effective salesman. Black market dealers traffic in equal parts junk and gems. Operating outside the normal channels of courteous commerce, they are pushy and persuasive and would be a real pain if they didn't occasionally have incredibly useful wares for sale. Accessing the black market, we find bombs. A variety: caltrop, splinter, cherry, and some more splinter bombs. Perhaps we'll unlock more later. For now, another save citizen quest. Pickpocket. A pickpocket has been having a bit of fun today. Identify and speak with her. Accessing Eagle Vision, we see the patrol route our pickpocket has been using, and we identify her almost immediately.
Try not to spend all of that money in one place.
What money would that be?
Signora, I know a pickpocket when I see one. Your technique is good, but not flawless.
Not so. Until today, I had never been caught or called out.
Let me show you a few tricks.
I need no instruction, and I can prove it. Give me 1 minute, and I will steal more than you could in a day.
Bene. Begin.
Okay, we need to pickpocket, not picket, $150 dollars before she can. Ezio's over here teaching. He is the mentor. Normally he's doing that thing where he runs into him all the time. I'm gonna get in trouble. That guy stole from me. I think that'll be enough.
Curse these misers! None of them are carrying any akshay today.
Well, my take was quite good. Are you having an off day?
Do not patronize me. I am a skilled thief. You saw it yourself.
I did. And I would be grateful if you joined the assassins to put those talents to better use.
I suppose I should, Evet. I cannot live off the fruits of others forever.
As we near the River Lycus, we see an event going on, a fight of some sort. We can ask this man what's going on.
You there! You have the bearing of a man who thinks rather highly of himself. But I find you a rather pathetic specimen. What do you have to say about that, Alchuk?
The Brawler. This haughty fellow has challenged Ezio to a duel. Show him the meaning of the word humiliation.
If I had a message for you, amico, I would give it to your mother.
How dare you! We settle this now!
Stay down, and do not pester anyone again.
Aha! Surprise attack!
Are you serious?
You fell for my ruse, old man.
Yeah, I guess I did fall for it.
Do not embarrass yourself further.
I am the cudgel of Constantinople.
Have you not had enough?
What the heck? Does this guy never go down?
We will call it a draw, all right? You are quite a fighter.
As are you, if a little reckless. How would you like to put those fists to better use with the assassins?
You mean, fight for a cause, and not only for amusement?
I am sure you would still find some joy in it.
Evet, I believe you offend him. All right.
Well, the guy can take quite a beating. I guess that's something.
Assassin! You have nothing to fear, Effendi. Your identity is safe with me.
Oh, thank heavens for that.
Forgive my brash introduction, but I am an assassin in training myself. I am strong, fast, and quite a hit with the ladies.
That is a start.
How about a race, huh? I will prove to you my skill. Say, to that spot there?
So a couple of things. First thing, I'm already in that spot. Second thing, was that guy practicing his speech to me before I got there? Because he didn't look at me once until the very last part of this. It was a super weird interaction. What the heck is going on? Alright, so, the pupil. This eager young man claims he is an assassin. Show him true skill by beating him in a race.
Well, I could spare a few moments.
All right, go! I told you I was good! Ha 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 ha! Here we go! You are good, old man.
You have some natural talent yourself.
Yarman, who is this?
Ella, come. Meet my new mentor. I told you I was an assassin, my love. And to think you ever doubted me.
Merhaba, efendim.
We were just taking the air, Ella, and discussing tactics and such, no?
No, we were discussing when your training would begin. Sunrise, every day. Galata Tower. Understood?
Evet. Of course, mentor.
Well, I guess he's something.
A curse on you, thieves. You have ruined me. I hope the Janissaries pluck out your eyes and cut off your hands.
Signora, what is troubling you?
Those brutes there. They attacked me in my home and robbed me of my possessions. Please, help.
The acrobat. A skilled young woman is being harassed by guards for no discernible reason. Protect her.
I owe you my life already, Effendi. But I must ask another favor. Will you follow?
Where to?
Back to my shop where these men first set upon me. I fear they have taken or destroyed everything I own.
Lead on.
If she truly is an acrobat, her skills would be a great asset. And she could teach all the other young assassins that we've recruited to do as she does. But first, let's go back to her shop and see what these guards have done. On our way to the acrobat shop, we get a database entry. Myrelian Church. Once an Eastern Orthodox church called Myrelion, this building served two purposes simultaneously for many years. It was a house of worship above and a crypt below, built by Romanus as a funerary chapel for his wife. It was later converted into a mosque called Badram Kamiai after the man who restored it. Still, later it was abandoned, where it sat in ruins up until its restoration in the 20th century.
They are still here! Out, you damn thieves! Get out of my shop! You have done a great good, Effendi. I am sorry, I have nothing but my respect to offer you in return.
You do not owe me anything, but consider lending your skills to the assassins. You are a skilled climber, and could learn so much more.
I am grateful for the offer. Truly.
Wait a minute. Doesn't it usually mean when people say I'm grateful for the offer, truly? Doesn't that mean no? Like, it's usually that, and then, but, you know, I have a lot of stuff going on with my busted up shop. Like, sorry, but I can't help you out, even though you helped me out.
What an eccentric man.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
You there, hello, can you help me?
What is troubling you, amigo?
There is a mad woman in this district putting curses on people with little silver coins.
Curses?
Well, not curses exactly, but old Byzantine coins. She is sneaking them into our pockets while our heads are turned. And I do not find it funny.
The beggars Chase and
Keep
catch
your
the thief.
leggings on. I will have a look.
So she's reverse pickpocketing people and giving them silver, and this guy's complaining about it? No, I don't want money. Maybe silver's useless here. Activating our special ability, we can walk around the area. We find the target.
Ferma! Stop! Quite a trick you have there. Sleeping worthless coins into men's pockets. Have you ever been caught?
Not once. Although I have, on occasion, taken money as well. But only to feed myself.
Why do you not put that trick to better use? Fight with the assassins. Work for a just cause.
Well, it would be nice to be part of something larger than myself. Evet, I will fight with you.
While in search of treasures, I dropped right in front of Janissaries. Janissaries. Both admired and feared by the populace, the Janissaries were the Sultan's elite soldiers, expertly trained warriors loyal only to their leader. Raised from early childhood through the Devshirme system, the practice of conscripting intellectually and physically exceptional Christian children for permanent positions in Ottoman military and government. The Janissaries were a uniquely influential social class all their own. While they were not free in the standard sense, they nevertheless had an inordinate influence on imperial politics, and any man who failed to gain their favor would never become an effective ruler. As one historian of the era wrote, the Janissaries terrified the people of Istanbul. Above all, don't let any of your people get into quarrels with the Janissaries. The Porta functionaries advised foreign ambassadors, because we would be quite unable to do anything for you or for them. When bands of Janissaries entered a district, the shopkeepers immediately shut up shop. It was usually impossible to stop them ransacking a city after it had surrendered. By the end of Mehmet II's reign, the Janissaries had become a military and political force with unprecedented power, and would begin to influence the course of the empire's growth in ways no sultan had ever dreamed. We've had dealings with the Janissary before. Only one, and it took a while just to take him down. We were successful, but it was a tough fight. For now, we should stay away and find a different way behind him to get into the chest. We end up going to some lengths to acquire a group of mercenaries. We can have them fight the guards instead of us.
Our glorious Sultan wishes to invite all citizens to a reading of Prince Ahmed's poetry. It is to be held before the court. If recent trouble... Mercy! Mercy! I have done nothing!
With our mercenaries fighting the guards, we can slip in unnoticed and get the chests.
While collecting chests, we find a little bit of an oddity. This man here is confused as why he's stuck in the ceiling. Perhaps he played Jumanji. We're going to go ahead and start looking for a few animus fragments. I'll show them on the map and then collect them. And there's our first one on the light post. 1 of 100. Yuck. Okay, so here's the deal. We're going to collect the animus fragments. We're also going to get some memoir pages. These aren't going to be done in any real particular order or systematic approach. Once we get to 50 animus fragments, the map opens up and shows us where all the rest of them are. After that, I'm going to freeze frame on it, and that's where we're going to end the video. It'll probably be around an hour so total. So you're at about 30 minutes now. And once that's all done, then the video is going to end. And I'm only going to stop to speak when we get to database entries. So, happy hunting, I guess. The Great Chain. Built sometime around 1000 CE, the Great Chain was an ingenious if slightly mad, defensive measure. Anchored to two large towers and strung across the mouth of the Golden Horn, the chain's primary purpose was to prevent enemy ships from sailing up the waterway and attacking the sensitive and poorly defended ports of Constantinople's interior. As low-tech as this sounds, the chain performed admirably on more than a few occasions for more than 400 years, and in 1453 it so vexed the Sultan Mehmet II that he was forced to improvise an ever stranger plan to circumvent the Byzantine defenses. He pulled his warships over the hills of Galata and slid them on greased tracks into the Golden Horn, far upriver from the chain. It just goes to show that crazy is often the only way to beat crazy. That's pretty crazy. Byzantines. In 293 CE, the Roman Emperor Diocletian, having come to feel that his empire had grown too large and complex to be ruled by one man, appointed 3 others to rule as his equals, known as the Rule of 4. This infamous tetrarchy stands out as being one of the all-time worst ideas in the history of governance. In just 3 decades, Constantine I, the most ambitious of the new emperors, eliminated his rivals and proclaimed himself the sole Caesar of the Roman Empire. Immediately after taking charge, Constantine made a second earth-shaking decision. He would move his kingdom's capital 1,000 miles east to the site of ancient Byzantium, a small city on the border between Europe and Asia, founded by Doric Greeks almost a millennium earlier. Constantine set about rebuilding this ancient city to his strict specifications, with the aim of creating the world's first Christian empire. When construction was finished in 330 CE, the city he had transformed was rechristened Nova Roma Constantinopolitina, New Rome, City of Constantine. It was to be the center of a glorious new empire founded on Constantine's peculiar militant form of Christianity, for he was a man who equated the cross with the sword, one a perfect inversion of the other. In Constantine's mind, his preferred faith should be spread by forceful example, not passive adoption. Lasting more than 1,000 years, the borders of this new Roman Empire, called the Byzantine Empire today, fluctuated wildly over its life, its borders expanding and retracting like the tides of the Great Sea. But for all its peripheral movements, its axis remained fixed on the great city Constantinople. Even as the empire changed hands between Greek, Latin, and Macedonia dynasties, Constantinople's importance was constant. but the empire it held in place would not be. Beginning in 1261, with the expulsion of the Latin Emperor Michael Palaiologos, established what would be the last of the great Byzantine dynasties. For all Michael's efforts at rebuilding, the 13th century Byzantine Empire possessed only a fraction of its former land and influence, and under the subsequent reign of Andronicus II Palaiologos, it declined even further. By 1400, the empire occupied only a small portion of Thrace and a few islands in the Mediterranean. The astounding growth and expansion of the Ottoman Empire had swallowed up all Byzantine holdings on the Anatolian Peninsula, and was now threatening to engulf them from the north as well. In 1397, Ottoman Sultan Bayezid I waged an unsuccessful attack on the city, which gave the Byzantines a minute sense of relief in the ensuing years. But it would soon be clear that the Ottoman juggernaut could not be stopped. In the first decades of the 15th century, Byzantine emperors begged leaders in Western Europe for aid, but ongoing wars and the complicated feelings held by the Catholic West about their Orthodox cousins led only to a series of half-hearted gestures and occasional alliances. At long last, in 1453, the invasion so many Byzantine emperors had feared for nearly a century came to pass. Led by the Sultan Mehmet II, Mehmet the Conqueror, as he was later known, a massive Ottoman army marched to the walls of Constantinople and laid siege. Emperor Constantine the 11th fought the invaders bravely for almost 2 months, but succumbed in the end. His city was ruined and decrepit. His soldiers were brave but exhausted, and there was no point fighting what all knew was inevitable. Still, Constantine gave it his all. On his final day, he attended Mass with his generals, then returned Blacherny Palace to await the final assault. When it came, the emperor stripped off his royal garments and dove into the melee with his men, exclaiming, "We are defeated, but I still live." He was never heard from or seen again. Hagia Irene, the second largest Byzantine church in Constantinople, Hagia Irene, or Holy Peace, sits just inside the walls of Topkapi Palace on First Hill. Restored from near ruin by Justinian in the 6th century, it served as an Orthodox church for almost 1,000 years. After the Ottoman conquest, the Sultan's janissaries used the building as an armory, owing to its close proximity to the new royal palace. Today, however, neither prayers nor guns fill its space with any regularity. Its primary use is as a music hall. Cistern of Machias, built on the seventh hill by the Roman Emperor Anastasius in the 6th century. The cistern of Machias was fairly large by Constantinople's standards, and notable for the fact that it is one of the few above-ground cisterns still visible today. Just behind the tennis courts and park benches, honestly, if you look closely, you can still see some sections of its outer walls beneath all the grass and dirt. There are a few items in this restricted area, or rather an area we just can't access yet due to our memories. We'll have to get them later. You'll see them when all of the fragments have appeared on the map. Forum of Constantine. Built on the city's second hill to commemorate the glorious ascendance of Constantine the Great to the Roman throne, the Forum of Constantine and the Column of Constantine at its center also symbolized the birth of a new city from the ashes of another. On May 11th, 330, the city called Byzantium was no more, and Constantinople, or Constantinopolis, city of Constantine, was christened. Originally crowned by a statue of the god Apollo, the column has weathered many hardships and numerous renovations over the centuries. By the time of the Ottomans, both the column and the original forum had shrunk considerably, but both remain a treasured part of the city's history and character. Alright, so we've all made it to the end of the video here, if you did. But I left this up here so that you can see that there's a couple more. If you don't have these ones or whatever, you can go get those ones instead, or you missed one, or just to get to 50 and call it good. If you did make it this far, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I hope that you can enjoy the rest of your day, evening, whatever that might be. And thanks for watching.